so difficult to get in against AKM. Unko always going to be on point, putting that Discord on the Pharah. Mangachu's really going to struggle to get in. You're seeing how hard he's being poked here. Surefour, though, opens it up onto wins. That's exactly the pick they needed.
Nice early put for Canada. Now Mangachu, he knows he has room to work with. Moving on in. Canada taking the aggressive stance here off that early pickoff. And Canada going to be taking form here at this first point. But even as they win the fight, France got the point first, so they're still working a bit behind.
Yeah, this initial cap from France based on their better compositional pick. Ooh, Surefour just barely saved by the armor pack while AKM on it, but you know, Canada is going to get this flip, and now they do have that Widowmaker Pharah. This is incredibly powerful.
As it was going on, it's a 6-on-5 for France now, and when you're running this tanky comp, it's hard to dislodge when you lose your Widow.
AKM needs to start producing here with the Widow down. This is his time to shine. He only has to worry about 1 DPS. Here he is flanking behind, but he just can't finish off these flying characters. There he is, though, finds Mangachu. Crimzo falling to the floor. He's got no one to pocket now. AKM rolling around, just cleaning up these final members of Team Canada, but Team Canada approaching 99% capture. All they need to do is get one flip here, so it's going to be Team completely destroyed by the overwhelming might of Team Canada. Mangachu slipping in. What a barrage! Finds it somehow against this counter comp.
Drops the barrage, opens things up. Canada coming back in with the vengeance, and the French team getting pushed off the point. 94% for Canada, and now it's do or die for France. Just to delay, just to buy time. Will anyone even get here? No! Canada taking round number 1.
Bit of a damage advantage. France won that last fight off a few key ultimates, but it's going to be a lot tougher this time.
Deadeye coming up here.
Shatter.
Shatter coming in. France off best. Just gonna mow him on down. Canada now in danger. XQC so good at Reinhardt v Reinhardt. Canada not out of it yet. Surefour, the higher of noons, finding AKM, gets on the Soon. The flank from Surefour sent it up, and XQC gonna knock the rest down. Canada retaking here when their backs are against the wall, but now they must be perfect to win the round. And Hale, as they move back onto the point, but Crimson says, we're gonna do a little bit of praying as well. Transcends in from Canada, back the other way. Poco demacked, and France fighting to put this one away. The grab from AKM sets up another 2, and France wants to bring this to a round 3, but they still need to do a bit more. They're gonna get more. Can they take the point now and finish it out?
What a beautiful grab from AKM, finding exactly the 3 supports of Team Canada and nobody else. If you put that Ryan and D.Va in the grab, they just end up protecting and tanking for their squishy teammates. But it's AKM's perfect grab that secures that team fight and the round for Team France. As you said, ZP, they're going to map 3. Luca's gonna get pushed out here. Lucio is saved by the Brigitte, and Benbest pinning XQC, somehow finding the wisdom, but Mangachu, huge pick on 2 supports, manages to escape. He's still putting out damage.
This is such a good stage for Doomfist. So many ways to leap on down, so many ways to land the rocket punch. Mangachu so tanky, gets knocked down, doesn't matter. In for round 2, ding ding, down goes Benbest, and Canada getting right back onto the point.
And here we have Crimzo just sitting on the high ground, absolutely untouched, free healing Mangachu. He's essentially unkillable if that Ana doesn't fall. So
they're capturing the point, waiting Canada, how they're gonna delay, and you see again, just drop the EMP. They wanna be sure, they're not gonna wait for the full team EMP. The goal here, clean up, retake, because progress is very much not on their side right now.
I like this decision-making from AKM. He understands that maybe he could get away with saving his EMP. Maybe he didn't quite 100% need it, but you just need to end that fight quick and start getting capture.
Diving on in. France, the Poco Bomb finds Surefour. France not done yet, rolling back in. Man advantage, XQC. Primal Rage done. But no one's looking at him. Getting free damage to the side, chasing down Lucio. Gonna get him, wins out of the fight. Canada fighting it back. AKM, desperation EMP. They use it for XQC, and this is so back and forth right now, Jake.
This is still winnable for Team France. It's AKM and Soon lighting up the kill feed, somehow coming back. I thought this was for sure Canada's.
XQC finds Poco. Canada rolling in. The EMP's been dropped. Benbest out of the fight, and Canada on their way to taking map 1.
Surefour showing why some people consider him to be one of the best Sombras in the game. That's great decision making. He knows that the team fight is all about the point, brings France to him, has the EMP ready to shut them down, and it's Canada looking to take Mega Base and map 1 Busan.
This is real close, France though. Desperation coming in, respawns back, Benbest in, but out just as quickly. Canada, they drop the beat, untouchable right now in the moment. And France, how much more do they have left? Throwing body after buying the fight. XQC cleaning house, knocks him off. This is Canada territory, and they take map 1. Can France, AKM again, has to put a lot of his time looking to the sky. Benbest down early, but Crimzo's down. Not gonna be able to res yourself. And France, they can work with this.
Now it's time for France to slow play. You see Agility, he's dropping down to 1 HP, but it's almost impossible for Benny to heal him on the Lucio. It's such a difficult matchup. You know, that's really the supports don't match up. So AKM's pick onto Crimzo, it really doesn't get better than that. Pick the Mercy first. That's basically a free team fight. So AKM showing why France chooses to put him on McCree and give him the resource.
Back though, knocked onto Agility's head, wasting a lot of this Doomfist time. Wins. Nice ability there to keep himself out of danger. But here's the problem: France is still getting dove on. The barrier comes out late because Wins is fighting for his life, and Canada still makes the most out of the situation.
That's a pretty major mistake from Wins. The barrier has absolutely no one on his team. I think he thought maybe that they were pushed up a little. Spawn disadvantage. Canada's going to have a little bit of an edge in this team fight. Big initiation on the EMP by Agilities with the nano boost, going even for absolutely everybody. Doesn't even want to use the ult here. France going off the map. They need a reset. They know that they can't win this team fight.
Well, when you see the D.Va walk off the map, not as a baby D.Va, but in the mech, you know you want to break down that castle door. Nope, gonna get D-Mech. France finding opportunity. Poco making space. 1.8 meters. France moving on in. Benta Shatter ready, but falls. Can't get the Shatter in time, but it's so overwhelming right now for France. They just need a few more clean-off pick-ups. Agility knocked on down. Charge coming up. Benbest though, healed back up. Both teams fighting this war, poking to try and deal. As you see, he's about to get the Shatter mid-fight, and no! Can't drop the hammer, but it's still early pickoffs for Canada. Able to make their mark. The payload stops right here.
That Brigida versus Brigida matchup is so contentious. It's so
the rest of France, they were way behind Benbest there. Surefour now seizing the opportunity, drops to EMP, and France is going to get punished from Benbest over aggression here. You're down 2 members early on, and this is where the name of the game goes. Brigida just got beaten in that corner. XQC making a lot of people happy with his Winston play right now as Canada rolls onto the point.
You know, I don't even hate that play from Benbest because he knows he needs to get aggressive and catch Canada off guard. If he just sits back and waits at the choke.
More than willing to just delay. You see, note though, does find Unco. Nice pick off the front line of Canada. Is starting to make quite a bit of room here, but France, they swing it right back. And more importantly, Jake, the payload is not moving while this goes on.
Yeah, a lot of team fighting happening here on this point, but as you said, it does buy about a minute off the clock. Have a clear road to team fight victory. AKM's gonna have a tough time getting a grab, and a 6-man EMP.
Oh, EMP coming right in. AKM, no way to use the grab. Don't blows them all up. But that was set up by Surefour. Just did a little bit of Castlevania, jumping on up, then jumps on down, turns it back forward, gets stunned, waiting. Sound barrier out from Canada, but the Shatter strikes! Floor knocked down by Benbest, and they don't care about the music, they don't care about the beat as they move back into Canada.
And now it's the Transcendence from Unco, going to put a period on Icabal. It looks like total control for Team France. No way through the trans, but they're not finding the picks. Somehow Team Canada looking to stabilize after that massive Shatter. Agility's on the Doomfist, could get back in. This is insane. I can't believe Canada turning this team fight.
This is absolutely nuts. Canada bringing it right back over. France wasn't able to capitalize on the Shatter, and suddenly Canada on the verge of going up 2 maps to 0. Look at AKM though, holding on to the grab, can even touch a point in time. France got to get the payload. They do. AKM looking for the grab, doesn't want to get eaten, drops the grab, picks up 4. Ball throw, you there? No, not quite yet. Unco looking for the XQC, making room. France struggling, it's not enough. Canada gonna take map 2. Oh, the rest of France though, using the opportunity to dive on in. Nano boost on the Poco, chases down his counterpart. Nico though, blown up. Now he looks at the tire, what's it gonna be? Takes down both supports. Jake, give me a rating.
That's an 8.5 right there. Clean execution.
The blade, didn't like what he saw. Tire going back the other way, looking on over. Supports inside. No! Doesn't get Unco. He's able to live just in the nick of time, but Surefour still a threat. Here comes Nico. Blade looking for the supports. Gets Crimzo. It's not clean, but it might be enough. France able to rotate onto the point. They do enough damage, and with 22 seconds remaining here, Jake, they will get point A.
More or less an OT capture there.
If you don't have a Sombra to deal with the Hammond here, it's so difficult to shut him down. He does a lot of disruption, and counter Shatter coming in from XQC, but fall through is there. Benbest looking for a Shatter zone, gets a little bit airtime, finds Banny, and France starting to get the better of this fight.
France trying to stabilize here. The bomb does come out from Note, but he's not able to find anything. It looks like France getting the better of this team fight, but it's so incredibly scrappy. Hammond and Doomfist making it so hard for France to stay together, but they're managing it, and it's Nico on high energy. If they can't take down this Zarya, they have no chance at holding the point. France ticking up towards 100% capture, and Canada can't even contest, can't maintain that aggressive like a Nanoblade.
See the nano boost coming in from XQC. Space being created here from Canada. Moving forward, looking to put pressure. Soon down. Agility's able to get one of the key targets. Ends up giving his life for it though. And now things get a little bit scrappy. But this is good for the offense. Manny in the back, close to a Transcendence. Might be able to use it to finish it out. But ideally, Jake, he'd like to save it as Canada now is grinding down this French defense.
Banny absolutely free farming here on point. That's 3 for Banny. Gets a 4th, lighting it up and celebrating. That's deserved right there.
Preemptive. France doing a good job of just forcing him out. Meanwhile, Surefour, he's been caught. They knew his Sombra would be back here, and he's just barely able to get out in time. Meanwhile, oh, what a sleep coming in. Nap time for Agilities, courtesy of Unco. And France, they needed that bad because this fight is still rough, but not rough anymore. Nico gonna run 2 people right over, and France gets some direly needed stabilization.
Great tire from Nico, knows he just needs to swap. He's really not going to find full value off of that, but getting just enough here maybe. Oh, and the Doomfist combo as well. Catches wins off guard. He can't escape. Now Poco demagged, and the Dragon's coming right down mid. It's going to be a real struggle for France to come back and contest this point. Team Canada holding strong and cleaning up the tanks. No one's on the point. They need to stop this objective, but it's Canada's overwhelming pressure here that's going to capture second.
Soon, finds a little bit of time, wins, throws himself at the point, but it's not enough. Poco can't get a chance to use that bomb at the very is that you don't want to be predictable. He doesn't want to meet soon in that dark alleyway. Might not be super pleasant, and right now you have this mind game to the left, but meanwhile Nico was able to deal with Crimzo. France doing way more in this first attack. Nico opening it wide here for France, and they're going to roll directly into a point, and this is what they needed with the time deficit of the first. Gets done, isolated, healed back up, and Best still up. What great heals coming in from Unco. Saves his main tank. France still with 6. Down goes Surefour. France moving on in.
The name of the game is staying alive here. Banny finds the first pick of Canada's team fight, takes down Unco. That's actually a crucial fight here. Denies one of the main healers for Team France. The wheels could start to fall off, but France, they're holding strong in the point. They could just snowball through here.
This is fantastic. Unco set it up. He's going to swap to the boy right now as France is so close. 1 tick on this point already, and nothing but sheer dominance. Hammond not going to be rolling out of that one. The grab has you, and it's cold embrace as France, it's pick-off after pick-off. 2 ticks about to be their way, Jake.
Crimzo can't make it to point. He's 90 on the nano boost, but there's no target for him. He's bashed down. France in total control, trying to finish this cap before overtime, and it looks like they might just do it. Banny desperately wall running to the point, but he can't quite make it in time. Surefour picked off.
Oh,
they have
on the
overtime.
clock! Time left on the clock! That is massive.
But I like the way France is playing this. They're not fully committing, but it's a Jody's blade. Oh, shuts down the Riptire. Looks for 4.
Slash the tire right on through. He didn't explode it in time. That was on a razor's edge. And Canada is gonna cut on through. They're gonna grab this first point and get an attempt on point B.
Wins popping the Valkyrie, trying desperately to full hold, but not able to make it happen here. Any ultimates to work with just yet.
They have to throw themselves on the point right into a ready and waiting XQC. Banny with the fancy footwork right to the face as Canada is in such a good spot. They deal with the French reinforcements. 3-0 here so far. They get dominance back on the point, and we're going to even more rounds here, Jake.
Canada, again, actually very important. Benbest forced to use his bubble to protect his teammate there with the hack. But Agilities finds Unco. That's an absolutely game-changing pick. Puts a trap onto Benbest. Wants to get that frag as well. Absolutely opening this fight up is Agilities on the jump grab. Very nice play there.
Absolutely, and that is what you needed here on the other end. But take a look at France. Nico setting up in the back line. Doesn't have a blade, but maybe the position for a pick off Canada. They'd like to hold strong. Final 2 seconds here. Surefour finds soon, and no one touches the point!
It's so difficult to set up those big flanks that you want to with the dive when the enemy can see every move. But Nico, his mind is caught by the Diva. Huge play by Note.
Surefour able to finish it off towards the very end. 1 pick up here for Canada. Remember, they just need a little bit on the point. Zoom gonna fall. The playmakers we talked about down. Zoom, res back up. Crimzo though, gonna nano. XQC moving in. Team Canada, gotta love this, moving in. And now, France on their final legs here in the Overwatch World Cup. Canada to your heart's content as Canada makes the space they need. Point A is theirs, and they move on to the semifinals.
That's a 3-0 from Team Canada over Team France. We saw the deaths they thought France would win. Shows what they know. Team Canada looking so clean here, playing so well, and with so much trust and just team play here. I mean, this is a team we know they have to practice.